Hi guys, Will from AMB here, and today we've got the Revel Ranger. Now we've reviewed both of Revel's bikes in the past, which is the Revel Rail, an enduro focused bike, and the Revel Rascal, which is their sort of all-mountain trail bike. And today we've got the Revel Ranger, which is very much sort of a new school cross-country, down-country bike. It's got 120 millimeters of travel up front, paired with 115 millimeters of travel in the rear, and it really aims to straddle that line between a bike that you could definitely take racing and a bike that you can also just have a great time on the trails on. Now the bike we have here is basically in what off-road bikes call the XO1 build, but it does have some custom touches, and that's something when you get the bike through off-road bikes online that you're able to do. So it's got the full XO1 drivetrain. It's got RockShox SID Ultimate suspension front and rear with a 35mm stanchion fork, which really suits the character of the bike quite well. Some custom touches to this bike which are quite cool is the Yep Optimizer dropper post, which is a really boutique niche dropper post out of Switzerland, as well as the Revel RW30 wheels, which are a robust trail wheel set with some cool features, and we're actually going to go into greater depth with that in issue 188, so you can keep your eyes out for that. In terms of highlights of the build kit that we really appreciated, as I said, that SID Ultimate fork with the 35mm stanchions really suited the character of the bike and allowed you to have confidence in the front end of the bike in sort of all trail situations. We also really appreciated the tyres that came on the bike. They haven't skimped out on some cheap tyres. They've gone with top of the line Maxxis rubber front and rear, and the Dissector Recon combo really suited the character of the bike well. Now we've had a good few weeks of riding on the Ranger in a variety of terrain, and I've been really impressed. The bike uses the same Canfield balance formula suspension as both the Rail and the Rascal, and it really works well for a bike of this intention. So basically the idea behind the CBF suspension design is that the center of curvature is focused on the top of the chainring throughout the whole suspension stroke. Now that might sound a bit wordy and nerdy, but if you hop on to my full review of the bike or our full review of the Rail or the Rascal, we've sort of explained it in more detail there. Now what the CBF suspension system provides when you're out on the trail is a suspension system that's really active and responsive. It gives back a lot of the energy that you put into it. It doesn't wallow in its travel, and particularly when you're climbing and you come across sort of square edge bumps, we were really impressed by the bike's capacity to sort of give the energy back to you and get you up and over obstacles. On the descents, that sort of active nature is really fun when you're really trying to pump a trail and get the most out of it, and it really suited a lot of the trail riding that I do on longer travel bikes a lot of the time. Riding a bike like the Ranger made me think that perhaps you could get away with slightly less travel a lot of the time. Overall, I was really impressed by the Revel Ranger. As I said earlier, I spent a lot of my time out on the trail thinking that perhaps with sort of newer school geometry, components like that 35mm SID and some good tyres mounted up to some good wheels, you can get away with a lot less travel than perhaps I would have wanted 2-3 years ago. And with the way this bike, with its low weight and great climbing position and suspension action works, it really is a better bike for a lot of the riding that I do compared to a longer travel bike. So I was really impressed, and can't wait to spend some more time on the trail on this bike. To read my full thoughts on the Revel Ranger, make sure you grab a copy of AMB issue 187, or also check out our website. Thanks for watching.